Oh my goodness, y'all. It has been crazy over here. I swear it was August. I blinked and now it's December. Somehow it was the longest 4 months of my life that also now feel like it never happened. Can't explain it better than that. I have been filming. I just have had zero extra energy for editing, which is why I haven't posted anything. But we're coming up on Christmas and I am still working on these stockings.
So this is the weaving right as it's coming off the loom. It's already tightened up a little bit because it's off tension, so it's a little bit of a denser fabric than it originally looked on the loom, which is good. That's what I was aiming for. It has a wonderful sheen to it. I love seeing it in the different lights. It seems to accent the red or the brown a little bit more depending on what angle I'm looking at it from. And I gotta say, looking at it all together like this, it's so Christmassy. It's perfect for Christmas. It definitely needs to be wet finished to figure out some of these kind of loosely woven areas. You can see the areas where you can kind of like see through the fabric. That's where I pulled my warp back and then started again, and so there's like a line all the way across, and so wet finishing will fix that problem. I also have this one line all the way through. I don't know what this is. That's strangely tighter than all the rest of it, which says to me I made a mistake in my read and I didn't even notice. So wet finishing will help with that too. But for fresh off the loom, this guy is lovely. He's beautiful. Very happy.
I got my first set of yardage off loom, and since I was already untied from the cloth beam, I decided to retension the whole warp in hope of having even more even tension for this next bit. I talked a little bit about this in a previous video, but to recap, as I was weaving, the tension in the middle kept getting looser and looser while the tension at the ends stayed the same. This was making my shed inconsistent and my pattern shifted funny if I wasn't careful. I enlisted my husband's help to have another set of hands, which will hopefully make the difference in the tension being more even. I find that I can get the warp on totally by myself most of the time, but it is really hard to keep it even when the fibers are really slick, like with this tencel, or with a silk or linen warp. One of the many reasons I prefer cotton is it just has a nice grip to it, making weaving a bit easier. So I unwound totally from the back beam and switched out the construction paper I had been using with a long roll of brown paper. I am wondering if the layering of the paper was part of the problem, in which case this should help. You can also use warping sticks to put separation between layers of warp thread, but I've actually never tried that. I then combed out the warp threads and wound it on the back beam again, holding it at a hopefully even tension this time. I did not space it out by inches on the back beam like I normally would, so I just paid attention to keeping the warp spread naturally across the back beam instead of bunching in the middle. The whole process was probably about 30 minutes all told. After this, I spent almost 2 months just getting threaded. I was working in 10 to 15 minute increments whenever both children decided to sleep at the same time, and I didn't have anything else I needed to get done. I am saying this in retrospect. I've actually already fully gotten on loom and started weaving, but I'm realizing now I need to find some way to weave while the kiddos are awake, or I'm just never going to get anywhere. I'm laughing a little as I say this because it has been 3 years since I started planning this project. And at this point, I'm on my third Christmas and will likely only complete one stocking in time. It's worth it because I expect these stockings to last for the kids' entire childhood. And it's not like they know the difference now, but man, am I excited to be able to hang up a whole set of stockings when Christmas comes around again. This ended up being my first tie-on, which I will go into more in my next video. Essentially, I ran into a few issues with my threading, which is why you should not listen to Taylor Swift's new album while doing something counting based. I wove an inch of the pattern before I realized the problems I had, so stick around for the next video to watch me fix them and actually start weaving this next stocking. Thank you so much to everyone who's stayed with this channel, even in my off and on again posting. I really enjoy sharing my craft, and I am grateful to be able to do that here. I love when y'all share advice on other projects you're working on, so please let me know. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, and if this time of year is hard for you, just know that I'm over here praying for you. Bye for now.